Hi everyone. Well, some good news from government. Uh, I know most Canadians would probably know this by now, but for our American and our British cousins and everybody else, you probably don't. The firearm long gun registry for rifles and shotguns was just thrown out by Parliament. They've passed a bill. And we will no longer have to register our rifles and our shotguns, and they're going to destroy all the records of the ones that are registered now. And I thought I'd be happier. I just feel tired. I mean, this has gone on for, this is almost 20 years. We had well, actually it goes back to 70. The first letter I wrote was in 1976. When they started to bring in when they put the thin edge of the wedge in, right? It was the Liberals who did it, Liberal Party of Canada. I'm not picking on liberal people. I mean, that's a different thing than the Liberal Party of Canada. There's nothing liberal about the Liberal Party of Canada. Basically, they brought in legislation in 78. Started in 76, so that's 45 years ago. And oh my God, 45 years. Is it 45 years? No, it's 35 years. No, 35 years ago. Whoa, yeah, okay. Anyway, and then in 91, the Conservatives brought in a round of legislation, that's when we started to organize. And then when the Liberals, the Tories got kicked out in 92, the Liberals started on legislation and ended up with the registration of all firearms in the country. Your single-shot 22, your single-shot shotgun, the 303, everything was done. Anyway, we fought it pretty hard, and we did a lot of politicking, and a lot of Liberals lost their seat. In my riding, the thing that was there, she lost her seat. She was totally shocked by it. I told her when I was in the seer too she was going to lose her seat. She did. Those were the days. We were saying to everybody, vote for anybody who's strong enough to defeat the Liberal. And that year in Nova Scotia, that election in Nova Scotia, there was not one Liberal elected. I think it was in 95 or 96. There was not one Liberal elected in Nova Scotia federally, which was pretty good. But we worked really hard to defeat them. But at the time, the Conservatives were split between the Reform Party and the Progressive Conservatives. But once they got together, then they were able to get a majority in government, and it's been a long haul. I mean, I'm just exhausted by it. The thousands of conversations about it, arguments with my own family members. And here's the thing, I'm a gunsmith, right? A lot of people you don't know that, but that's what I've been doing. And I mean, basically, they killed my business. And my own family members were going, "Me need this," and all this crap, right? Some of them I haven't talked to in quite a while. They didn't care that they were taking the money right out of the food right out of my mouth, I guess. But anyway, it's done. I'll probably never start my business again. I'm just too old for that. And it's too bad. But I really liked that business. It was a great business, right? You didn't make a lot of money, but you didn't make a lot of money, but I was doing something I loved, right? Anyway, it's gone now, and I just want to say that, for everybody in Great Britain, keep at it. I don't know if you'll ever turn it around over there so that you can own guns again. The laws they have there are just unbelievably harsh. And for my American cousins, fight them. Man, join the NRA and fight them. And the rumors are that Obama gets back for a second term. He's going to go hard on the on firearms. So you fight them with every bit of politics you got, right? I don't know what to tell you, that the crop of candidates other than Ron Paul and the main Republican leadership doesn't want to support Ron Paul when he's the only real conservative in the whole place, and he'd be and he's a libertarian. He's not even it's more of a libertarian, and he would really ensure the protection of gun rights. Old Santorum and man, but the comedy value to have Santorum as president would be almost as good as George W. Right? But that Romney is one creepy character. Woo. Anyway, we do have some good news from Canada. The firearms legislation has gone out, and the Liberals have been pounded so bad. If they ever do get elected again for government, they probably won't go down this road because they lost every seat in rural Canada, every seat. And when there was a private members bill 2 years ago brought in, and it had passed second reading. And for those that don't know, a bill goes through 3 readings before it passes in Parliament, and then it goes to the Senate where there's 3 readings. Well, it had passed second reading, and it was coming up to third reading, and there was a lot of pressure put on the Liberals and the Democrats, and the Tories and the Conservatives. The Tories were in a minority government situation, and they got it defeated. So they would have gotten rid of the registry 2 years ago, other than the fact that they got the votes to defeat the bill. It was 153 to 151, and that was kind of disappointing. But I knew when it happened. But the interesting thing was, the leader of the Liberal Party at that time, one of his first interviews was, well, I'm kind of glad it's passed now, because the firearms issue is a wedge issue that the Conservatives have been using against us in rural Canada, and now maybe we can win some seats in rural Canada. So the Liberals know, and they'll never go down this road again, which is okay by me, right? I'll never vote for them unless they give me some of the money that I lost in my business, and that's never going to happen. But anyway, some good news from Canada. And with all the stuff I read on the net, I've been kind of down on democracy for a while, that we don't have one, but I guess we do. At least we do in Canada. This is an issue we've been fighting for a long time, and it took a lot of work to get to it, and we were able to do it. And a lot of guys, Kenny, you can come back from Texas now, buddy Kenny. He actually got up and he moved to Texas when they brought this in. He was so angry, right? And he'll probably never come back, but all the guys, Dave, everybody, there's so many guys that we all worked together on this, and it was something that was really quite something. And I can remember the first rally we had was in my old high school, and I hadn't been in there in a long time, and we went in and we had a big rally, and there was a whack of people there. Incredible whack of people, and that was in the very beginning. This was in the early 90s, but we don't have it now. Now there'll be blowback, I suspect. because there is an anti-gun movement in this country, and they are pretty damn intelligent. That Wendy Kukier, she's an intelligent person, boy. You got to give her that. She can debate, and she's intelligent, well connected, and you have that core, those disgusting, vile things sort of. Oh well. Anyway, I'm glad, but I feel exhausted. Anyway, till the next time.